Hey, and welcome to the AI Briefing Daily, your podcast for the most important AI news from the past 24 hours. Today is May 15th, 2025, and here are our top stories. Foxconn AI growth, AI alliance, AI safety, AlphaEvolve. Foxconn AI growth. Foxconn, formerly known as the Hanhai Technology Group, has nearly doubled its net profit in the first 3 months of this year compared to 2024, thanks largely to the ongoing demand for AI-related servers. Revenue grew by 24% over the same period. While the electric vehicle business is gradually gaining momentum, the full-year outlook is slightly more cautious due to geopolitical factors and currency fluctuations. Nevertheless, Foxconn anticipates significant growth this year, having previously projected strong growth for 2025. The first quarter saw a record revenue of 48.7 billion euros. Growth is also expected in the typically slower second quarter, driven by cloud, network, and component segments. Foxconn's partnership with Mitsubishi to develop and manufacture an electric car model marks a pivotal step, with plans to support Mitsubishi's sales in Australia and Oceania. AI alliance. Saudi Arabia is making strategic moves in future technologies, with tech giant NVIDIA set to supply thousands of advanced chips to the kingdom. Amid concerns of potential transfers to China, a new AI alliance is forming between the USA and its Gulf allies under the leadership of US President Donald Trump. During Trump's state visits to Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates, agreements for broader access to advanced AI chips from US manufacturers like NVIDIA and AMD are anticipated. Before these deals were officially announced, U.S. companies had already disclosed billion-dollar investments in the region. NVIDIA plans to deliver several 100,000 of its advanced AI processors, including 18,000 GB300 Grace Blackwell chips, to the Saudi startup Humane over the next 5 years. AMD is also involved, with plans for a $10 billion project to supply chips and software for data centers spanning from Saudi Arabia to the United States. Other U.S. tech giants are joining the AI boom in the Gulf, with Amazon announcing over $5 billion in investments to establish an AI zone in Saudi Arabia, and Cisco lending its expertise. Meanwhile, the UAE is negotiating with the U.S. to import over 1 million advanced NVIDIA chips in the coming years, exceeding the limits set by regulations under President Biden. OpenAI is considering expanding its presence in the UAE with new data centers. To facilitate these AI deals, the Trump administration has lifted the AI diffusion rule, introduced under President Biden, favoring individual agreements with specific countries. However, there are concerns in Washington that easing export restrictions for allies, like the UAE, might lead to chips ending up in China. Lawmakers warned of Emirati company G42's connections to Chinese firms like Huawei. For Saudi Arabia, these agreements are crucial for positioning itself as a leader among data and AI-driven economies, aiming for economic independence from oil revenues by investing in future technologies. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman announced the creation of Humane to offer AI services and products. NVIDIA's CEO Jensen Huang described AI as essential infrastructure for nations, akin to electricity and the internet. These announcements coincided with the signing of a $142 billion arms agreement between the USA and Saudi Arabia. AI also plays an increasingly significant role in military matters. The stock market responded positively, with rising share prices for NVIDIA and AMD. AI safety. OpenAI is taking steps towards greater transparency by regularly publishing the results of its internal evaluations on AI model safety. They've introduced the Safety Evaluations Hub, a dedicated webpage showcasing how their AI models perform on several key tests, including those for harmful content generation, jailbreaks, and hallucinations. This hub will be updated with major model updates and will continuously share metrics as they develop. OpenAI aims to evolve its approach, sharing progress on scalable methods for measuring model capability and safety. Additional evaluations may be added to the hub as OpenAI refines its methodology. AlphaEvolve. Google DeepMind has introduced AlphaEvolve, an AI agent that goes beyond imitation. This system independently creates new algorithms and optimizes existing solutions, entering realms once reserved for humans. By merging language models with evolutionary strategies, a blend of AI and artificial selection, AlphaEvolve innovates without waiting for human feedback. It uses Google's Gemini models, such as Gemini Flash and Gemini Pro, to develop programming ideas. An evolutionary algorithm evaluates these ideas for efficiency and accuracy, retaining the good ones for further refinement. In practical terms, AlphaEvolve enhanced Google's internal system, Borg, by freeing up 0.7% more computing power. It also optimized mathematical operations in Gemini training, leading to shorter training times and more efficient calculations. A remarkable achievement was setting a new record with 593 spheres in the 11-dimensional kissing number problem. However, AlphaEvolve's effectiveness is limited to problems that can be algorithmically described and evaluated. DeepMind is thus working on hybrid solutions, combining language models for hypotheses generation with structured testing for verification, blending creativity with systematics. AlphaEvolve represents a significant step towards a future where machines think in their own unique ways. That was the AI news of the day. With this, you're perfectly informed for today. Would you like to create an automated podcast on your own topic? Get in touch with us, and we'll make it happen. Thank you for tuning in. See you tomorrow for the next AI briefing.